This is ABC15 Mornings.
Not every day is promised, Keep your family and your friends close.
The entire community left heartbroken after a mother and her children are killed in a crash. How the Valley is now rallying behind that family to offer support during this unbelievably tough time.
Also, a live look outside in the East Valley. The superstitions, a dangerous heat wave starts today. We're going to have a look at your most accurate forecast as we brace for excessive heat.
Plus, you're going to have to wait until next year to check out Havasupai Falls and check that off your bucket list. The new opening date just announced after being closed for more than a year.
But first, we want to get to our big story of the morning, which will put a smile on a lot of faces. The Phoenix Suns beating the Denver Nuggets for the third time in a row last night. That final score, 115-102. This is the Suns' sixth straight playoff game win, and that does tie a franchise record, winning those 6 games by an average of nearly 18 points per game. So the Suns leading this series 3-0, and our team is now just 1 win away from moving on to the Western Conference Finals. Game 4 is tomorrow at 5 p.m. in Denver. I don't want to be presumptuous about it, Mark, but we keep being on the road for these final wins. We need them to be in front of the home crowd so they can properly celebrate.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm just happy that I'm off and I'll be able to watch that game without having to be in bed so early.
Yeah, you can stay up. So it's on prime time. It'll be on TNT, and we'll be talking about it throughout the morning. But first, we say good morning to all of you as we come up on 6 o'clock now on this Saturday. I'm Nohe Graf.
And I'm Mark Thompson. And Nohe, I think the heat is messing with my head a little bit. It was a clumsy morning. Dropped my keys as I'm trying to lock my door.
Yep.
Paper cuts. I mean,
oh my goodness. Yeah.
Just different things this morning. I'm blaming it on the heat, not my own
I feel like we could blame everything the next week on the heat. I think that's fair game. You know what? It does make you feel more tired too. It just hits different when that first real extreme heat blows through. So you should know that dangerous heat is on the way. Our first 110-degree days, and it starts today. Also, our first heat warnings of 2021, which means that everyone is at risk for the next week of heat exhaustion or heat stroke. It is in the extreme category. So all the more reason to capitalize on these temperatures right now. We're in the 70s across much of the valley. We even still have some 60s, and we'll stay there for another 2 hours. By 8, we're in the 80s, though. The 90s show up by 10, and at noon, we're already into triple-digit territory. We will warm to 111 degrees today. It is going to be cooking, and this is just the beginning. If you can believe it, this will be the coolest day of the next 7 ahead. So I know a lot of people are going to be headed north to find cooler temperatures, but know that it's going to be a little warmer than usual up north, but it will still be in the 80s today up in Flagstaff with some light breezes, so that may be well worth the trip for many of you. I will show you the rest of that statewide forecast coming up in just a little bit.
No, hey, thank you. Developing this morning, a tragic story. One man facing several charges after a crash kills a mom and her 2 children. Police say that 33-year-old Raymond Montgomery stole a blue Cadillac SUV, then ran a red light and slammed into several cars and a city bus. This happened Thursday. One of those cars, a Honda Civic, with a mother and 2 of her children inside. Courtney Lonergan, 18-year-old Allie Greer, and 16-year-old Almari Greer, all killed by the impact. Lifelong friends remembering this family as loving, positive, and leaving a lasting impact on the community.
Grieving hard, it's like we have a lot of our friends and family at our house, and just kind of trying to show support for each other and to be available and present and to process this together.
Yeah, and the youngest of the 3, 13-year-old Araceli Greer, losing her entire family in this horrific crash. And friends, they are now sticking by her side, hoping to support her as she works to move forward. An online fundraiser already raising more than $15,000 to help out that family. The NTSB also holding a briefing on why they're investigating the deadly crash on the Loop 202 near 52nd Street and Van Buren. 4 people were killed and 9 others were taken to the hospital. This was on Thursday. Officials said that they look at any multi-vehicle crash on a highway so that they can work to prevent them in the future. They said a final report will take up to 2 years to complete. The NTSB is focused more on safety, while DPS, they investigate the actual crash itself.
On this Saturday morning, our wildfire watch does continue as 2 major wildfires continue to burn east of the valley. We do have some promising news this morning. US 60 now back open in both directions between Superior and Miami as crews continue to battle the Telegraph and Mescal fires. They've burned so far about 160,000 acres combined. And also, in an effort to prevent more wildfires from sparking, there are new fire restrictions just taking effect. The Arizona Department of Forestry will start enforcing Stage 2 fire restrictions in northern and central Arizona. So that means no campfires, no smoking outdoors or target shooting or fireworks. More than 1,000 firefighters, by the way, are currently battling the Mescal and Telegraph fires near Globe.
And new this morning, Havasupai Falls is staying closed for the rest of the year. The Havasupai Tribal Council extending the suspension of tourism until February 1st of 2022. It's been closed since the start of the pandemic. To visit Havasupai Falls, you need a reservation, and they usually sell out really quickly. Reservations are non-refundable, so if you do have one or you had one before it closed, it will be rescheduled to the same date and time in 2022. Definitely
a bucket list item. Skyrocketing valley home prices. That trend now spreading across the state. House flippers, first-time buyers all fueling the market, and places like Prescott are now seeing home values spike nearly 50% since 2018. And experts say it will not slow down anytime soon, with markets in Flagstaff and Payson expected to boom soon as well.
ABC 15 keeping a close eye on that Maricopa County election audit and the team that's behind it. Well, they had hoped to complete that hand count of 2.1 million ballots by the end of this week, but that's not happening. It's the audit's second missed deadline after 6 weeks of counting and 6 months since the actual election. Now, a Republican election researcher from Tucson challenging the state Senate to test, and Mark Phillips now has this report.
The vote count continues at the Coliseum. In a text, Ken Bennett, who's overseeing the audit, said there will still be days of checking and quality control measures. He added, there's still lots of paper evaluation to do. But Bennett's confident work at the Coliseum will be completed this month.
I'm just aghast at what is happening in the Coliseum.
Watching the count from his home in Tucson is Benny White. He's been involved in audits in Wisconsin, Maryland, and Arizona.
They're trying to create a completely new record. And then I suppose they were going to present that to the public to say, here's the truth. Don't believe what was published in November.
In May, White and Larry Moore, the founder and retired CEO of Clear Ballot Group, obtained a case vote record of Maricopa County's 2020 November election. It's the database of every vote cast in every race. Their analysis, Trump lost. White wants to compare what they found to the hand count results of the state Senate audit.
If they're going to present the results of this audit, so-called audit, as something that has some credibility and reliability, and the voters can look at it and say that they got some truth, they need to have some way of verifying that what they're doing is complete and accurate.
There appears to be no takers. White says Bennett declined the offer. Mark Phillips, ABC 15, Arizona.
Time now 6:08, and let's talk about that excessive heat warning that goes into effect today. The city of Phoenix is also taking action and opening a heat mitigation office. It's the first of its kind. The office will address rising temperatures and how to keep people safe. They're going to look at infrastructure and ways to provide relief, like adding more tree shade. And starting this morning, there will be more than 60 hydration stations set up and open across Phoenix.
Also send out mobile units into the community so we can hit some of those populations that cannot walk to where we're at.
Also, hiking trails will still be open in the valley, but Be responsible if you're heading out. A reminder that once it hits 100 degrees, dogs are not allowed on the trails and you can be cited.
You can beat the heat out on the river today. Salt River Tubing is having a pirate-themed celebration. Everyone who sets sail, they'll get a free pirate bandana. There will also be pirate line dancers. Tube rentals, they start at $19, so you can stop by from 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. And yeah, we got to do it. Arr.
Can somebody send us a video of a pirate line dancer if you're out there? I am curious.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, are they going to be on the river trying to do that? We'll see. Well, the Arizona Animal Welfare League, they are using our rising temperatures to slash adoption costs. That's a good thing. Now through June 20th, all dogs 1 and older at their main shelter, they're going to have adoption fees that match the current temperature. Now that drops costs by $75 to $300 in some cases, depending on the animal.
Wow.
All adoptions are by appointment only. You can register on aawl.org. Well, today, dragon boats, they're going to be returning to Tempe Town Lake. You can even join a dragon boating team. It is a real sport that practices and they have competitions. There are 11 active teams that are operating right now, and they're always looking for new paddlers. The Arizona Dragon Boat Association has been around since 2003. Boy, that looks like a workout and a half, I tell you.
Absolutely, and they paddle similar to paddling a canoe, like Hawaiian style. You stay on the same side. Wow, so neat just to go watch them, especially in the morning hours. Hey, quick reminder also for our sports fans, Phoenix Rising taking on the Tacoma Defiance tomorrow, and they're at home at Wild Horse Pass Stadium, the new one. You can watch the action live as well on CW61 Arizona. Game time at 7:30. You can also stream it on the ABC15 app.
Well, still ahead, the Suns now leading that series against the Nuggets 3-0. Our sports team reveals why history is on our side as we fight for a clean sweep. Plus, the ABC15 investigators taking an in-depth look at Phoenix DPS's interaction with ICE as two Valley civil rights groups call on that department to have more transparency.
Well, good morning. Let's talk Suns Nuggets Game 3. After the Suns shoot around yesterday morning, Mikal Bridges said the Nuggets would come out in front of their home crowd and try to throw the first punch. But it was the Suns who had Denver reeling from the get-go. The Suns dominate the second half once again to beat the Nuggets in Game 3. Here's Suns coach Monty Williams and guards Chris Paul and Devin Booker talking about the win last night in Denver.
Having a great deal of poise and balance mentally, on their home floor, they're going to have runs. But I thought we just played with a relentless attitude tonight. That's been who we are, who we have been all season long. And they were scoring, we scored, and then we started getting consecutive stops. And that third quarter, holding them, like I said, to 21 points, I thought that gave us a lot of confidence. And then in the fourth, we did what we had to do to get the win.
Man, it's very satisfying. We knew that this was going to be an emotional game for them with Joker being presented the MVP trophy before the game. And we just kept talking about trying to withstand their runs. It's a good win for us.
We're having fun with it. We're playing for each other. When things get tough, we come together even more. So just little things like that we worked on through the regular season, that we talked about through the regular season is coming true right now. So, we're still sticking with it. We still have a closeout game Sunday that we're looking forward to. So, we have our eyes on the prize and we're going to keep going.
Keep going. The Suns, as I said, take charge in the second half. DeAndre Ayton controlling a loose ball with about 4:20 to go in the third. He manages to pass the ball to Devin Booker, who steps back and sinks the corner three, and the Suns go back up by 10 at that point. Phoenix continues to build that lead to 14 by the end of the third, and within 2 minutes in the fourth, the Suns had built a 20-point lead. Booker leads the Suns with 28. Chris Paul, a close second with 27 points and 8 assists. Jay Crowder with 14. And how about DeAndre Ayton? Ayton finishes with 10 points and 15 rebounds. The Suns take game 3, 116-102. And how about this metric? No team has ever come back from an 0-3 deficit to win a series. In fact, those teams have gone 0 for 142. The Suns win their 6th straight playoff game to tie a franchise record, winning those 6 games by an average of nearly 18 points per game. Suns win it 116-102. Game 4, Sunday night at 5 o'clock back in Denver. Could be a closeout game for the Suns. That game nationally televised on TNT.
All right, thanks, Coach. And it has to be said, Suns are on fire and the Valley is about to be as well. We have excessive heat warnings in effect starting this morning at 10 a.m. across the Phoenix metro area and lasting through Friday evening. You can see it also stretches to areas of the south as well. And then starting tomorrow, our excessive heat warnings expand north up to areas including Sedona and Prescott, and south down to Tucson, and even out west as well to our western border, including Yuma, Lake Havasu City, Bullhead City, all under those excessive heat warnings. And so that means that our temperatures are going to be ranging between 110 and 117. Even our morning lows are going to be warmer, from the upper 70s, moving at times into just the low 90s for overnight low temperatures. So here's how our Valley planner shapes up hour by hour today and tomorrow, and you'll see the difference. Today by 8 o'clock we're in the 80s. We'll hit triple digits at noon and our peak heat of 111 around 4 o'clock. Even at 8 tonight we're still in triple digits. Tomorrow our warm up will be a little more rapid. We'll already be at 90 by 8 a.m. By noon we'll be at 108, and that peak heat tomorrow is 115 that we'll hit right around 4 o'clock. So all the more reason why you've got to get out and enjoy these temperatures right now in the mornings. We're at 64 in Chandler, 69 in Levine, 68 in Gilbert, as well as Surprise this morning. Even the low 70s in Anthem and Maricopa. So get out while you can, because check out the warm up. 111 in areas like Goodyear, Ahwatukee, Maricopa, Mesa, and Gilbert. 110 in Santan Valley today. 108 in Fountain Hills. Even Anthem warming to 105. Our average for this time of year is 104. We will see more triple digits off to our south and west. 112 in Safford today, 104 in Globe. Not good news for firefighters out on the Telegraph and Mescal fires. That's very hot for them to work under. 109 out in Yuma, 112 in Lake Havasu City. Also Bullhead City hitting 110 today. We'll even hit triple digits up in Sedona. So be mindful if you plan to hike there. Lots and lots of water there as well. We'll even be in the upper 90s in Payson. North of the rim, we're going to find more 90s in Heber and Window Rock, triple digits in Winslow and Page. Flagstaff, the coolest spot as usual at 88, so upper 80s. If you are heading to Flagstaff, know that the gondola rides are open up at Snowbowl now, as are the disc golf course options. So you might want to head up there, and there's something to do today. 88 for that high, and it'll be sunny conditions. Now here in the Valley, this is just the beginning of a dangerously hot week ahead. So 111 today, 115 tomorrow, 117 on Tuesday, and right now that's not even looking like the hottest temperature of the 7-day forecast. So we do have those excessive heat warnings in effect for the foreseeable future. We'll talk more about what that 7-day outlook looks like coming up just a little bit later.
Wow, 88 in Flagstaff, that sounds pretty good though.
Yeah, I mean, compared to 111, that's for sure.
That's what I was saying. All right, thanks, Nohe. Well, still ahead, the new COVID variant that is now popping up in 29 states across the country. Plus, don't get scammed. Tips for finding movers that you can trust.
Thanks for watching ABC15 Arizona, streaming 24/7 on Roku and these streaming devices.
Whether you've just bought a new home in our hot Arizona housing market, or you have a recent graduate that you're going to be sending off to college at the end of the summer, you all have one thing in common, and that's moving. And it can be costly, and it can be a headache sometimes, and we want to make sure that it doesn't cost you more money. So Marilyn Huffman is joining us from the Better Business Bureau. Hey, Marilyn, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So I have heard horror stories before of people dealing with movers. This could be a real concern.
It certainly can be. You definitely want to make sure that when you are looking for and hiring a mover, that you are doing your research and your due diligence before you decide on who you're going to use.
So when we're talking about that, what are some of the things that you should be looking for ahead of time when you're doing your research?
Okay, so when you're doing your research on a company, if there's no identifying marks, so if they don't provide an address, like an actual brick and mortar address, a phone number, a website, things like that, that can definitely be a red flag that you are dealing with just kind of a spur of the moment mover, someone who's decided randomly, we're going to be a mover and slap something on their truck and charge you money and maybe not do the best job.
You're saying there's some other red flags too. If they make unusual requests, what would that be?
Yes, so an unusual request would ask for money up front from you prior to doing that move, or they would give you an estimate over the phone without ever coming and seeing your home, your condo, your apartment, what it is that they're actually moving before you give that estimate.
So one of your big tips is get everything in writing.
Absolutely. You want to make sure that you get everything in writing, that you read that contract thoroughly, and a good reputable mover will offer you moving insurance.
So what about when it comes to tracking our belongings? Because some of the horror stories I've heard are, a lot of things went missing or they held my stuff hostage. So I don't even know what's in that truck anymore.
Yes, so before you are putting things on a truck or trusting other people with your precious belongings, it is really good to itemize what it is that you are moving. Keep track of your items and anything that is truly personal, computers, jewelry, if you have a safe, anything like that, make sure that you are the one handling that equipment, not actually loading that on a truck and trusting a third party.
And let's hope not, but if you do have a bad experience with somebody, what should you do about that?
Okay, if you have a bad experience with someone, you definitely should report it to the Better Business Bureau. Give us a call, let us know, and we can help out, and the Attorney General's office in Arizona.
Wonderful tips. Thanks for protecting our stuff and our money. Two very important things to everybody, Marilyn. We're so glad to have you on this morning.
Thank you.
Well, still ahead, you may want to book your next vacation now. The summer travel trends causing places to book up fast.